Hello guys, and today we'll be plotting the categorical plots for point plot and violin plot, and we'll be understanding what these plots are. So we start with our exercise data set again, which has been followed since 2-3 videos. So we import the basic libraries matplotlib and Seaborn, which are the plotting libraries in Python. And then in a data frame, I have loaded this data set exercise. This exercise is already been preloaded in the SNS, and this is used for your practice dataset. So you can just load this exercise and go ahead and see the data frame. It is being loaded, and the shape is 90 rows and 6 columns, as you can see. And now we have to check the data types of this. So we see that the diet, time, and kind are category, that means they are non-numeric, and the rest are numeric in nature. And we are concerned, our concern is that we have to plot these non-numeric variables and how to see them, visualize them. So we'll be doing it with point plot and violin plot in this video. For more categorical plots, please refer to different videos which have been uploaded. I'll be providing the link in the description box, also at the end of the video. So now let's just move on to our plot, that is point plot. And here we see the point plot. What you do is simply delt sns dot point plot. I want SNS to do this point plot for me, and I give the x and y variables for this. For x I have taken kind, that is me, the exercise here like rest, walking, and running. And for y I have taken the pulse. So it needs one numeric variable to be plotted, so as to show you the central tendency also. This point plot shows you the central tendency also of your data frame, of your data set. And the palette is ascent, just you can just change it with different palette like HUSL or cool, warm, summer, autumn, whatever. And the data is DF, and hue is taken as diet, as this is no fat and low fat, as you can see, with different color. And the marker is D. So this is the diamond marker which has been chosen. You can change this to, suppose, a star. So you get a star, you can change it to D, whatever you want. And now you can just interpret this, that for rest, walking, and running, for a low fat diet, the pulse rate ranges between 90 to more than 90, and highest it goes to less than 100. And for no fat diet, again you can see here, no fat diet has pulse rate higher as compared to the low fat diet for each kind of exercise. And this is what you can infer, and this is the central tendency. This point and these lines are joining these central tendencies just to represent this plot. Alright, so next we will see the violin plot, and this violin plot gives you a lot of information. And you can see that these violin plots are a combination of box plot and the KDE. Now let's just understand this violin plot. So what I do is I tell SNS Seaborn dot cat plot. This is what I mention here, and I give x-axis as diet, give the y-axis as pulse rate. So what I give is here diet, no fat and low fat, and the palette is flag, data is df, where from you want that data from. So the df which we have defined earlier, it is the same data frame, and the kind is violin, because I want a violin plot. And you can change this to bar, box, and any kind you want, but we are dealing with violin, so let's take violin here. And hue is taken as kind, that means which kind of exercise you want to show as the third variable. So this graph is giving me the information of a box plot, and this, if you take this violin plot, this inside figure, as you can see, this is the entire box plot which is being plotted and which is being dealt in the previous video in greater details. This box plot is there, which completely tells you the entire data set, its outliers, its middle value, quartile ranges, and the spread of the data. And this is calculated as the KDE, as you can see this outline, and this calculates your density estimation. Alright, now when you are using this hue as kind, so this is for rest, for walking, and for running, and this is a no fat diet. And you can see here the violin plot is for this. And these extreme thinning out just tells you that there are very few values or entries we have of people exercising really for running, are very few here as compared to here, right? So you can just experiment with this, and again you can just go ahead and plot one more categorical plot, and the kind is violin. And here what we have done is on x-axis we have taken as kind, that is the exercise, the rest, walking or running, and y is taken as pulse. Just a simple violin plot to show you how it figures out. And the diet is labeled as hue here, and what we get is for rest, no fat; for walking, no fat diet; for running, the no fat diet. And the information we get inside is the box plot, and this is entire KDE, right? Okay, so this is more informative than a typical plain box plot, and you can see all the information of box plot along with the KDE, right? So this is what your data looks like, and for you can see that the low fat diet here for exercise called running, you've got data spread out a little bit. That means you've got more data over here as compared to the tips of this data, right? Similarly here, so that means you can see that most of the people are walking, resting, and doing running in this range, and the pulse rate is ranging between like around 10 to 80 to 100. And very few people have got really good exercise regime, and they're fitness freak who are really exercising, and their pulse rate is higher, and you can see here, and that's only for running and a low fat diet, which is a high pulse rate. So that's all we have really inferred from all the plots which we have done in the previous and earlier videos. And same inference and data analysis which we can infer from this plot is that. So for other videos I will be uploading the link, and stay tuned for more upcoming videos and plots. Thanks for watching.